Good morning, good morning. Hello, lovely people. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Debs. I am here in the book shack with a confession. Having been wittering on a couple of weeks ago, last week maybe, about the number of unread books on my physical shelves and how concerned I was about them, I bought some more. Now, justifying myself, I had to go to an appointment on Wednesday that I was really nervous about, and I dragged Phil along for moral support. We'd arrived a little bit early. I walked past the charity shop, and outside the charity shop was a big sign that said 3 books for £1. You can't turn that down, really, can you? So I cheered myself up prior to this appointment by buying 6 books. So let's show you what they are. Camilla Lackberg, The Stonecutter. 7 million books sold. That's not bad going, is it? This is quite a chunky monkey. It is a thriller, horror. This says the hottest female writer in Sweden at the moment. And it's been translated by Stephen T. Murray, who translates Stieg Larsson and Henning Mankell. This was first published in the UK in 2010. The Guardian says, expert at mixing scenes of domestic coziness with blood-curdling horror. Well, that sounds like my type of book, doesn't it? Next up, The Iron Horse by Edward Marston. Edward Marston has written literally more than 100 books. I have read his Homefront Detective series, or the majority of his Homefront Detective series. He is more famous for his Railway Detective series, and this is one of those. This book appears to be centred around Derby Day at Epsom Downs, which is a famous horse race and still is run today, and is a murder. Detective Inspector Robert Colbeck and his assistant are assigned to the case of a disembodied head. Now this is quite interesting. I'm a big fan of Paulo Coelho, although I don't think I've read any recently enough to have discussed him on BookTube. He is a Portuguese author. I have read several of his books, like The Alchemist and others that she can't think of at the moment. By the River Piedra, I sat down and wept. Veronica Decides to Die. Others. And I have others that are unread, but this is an intimate collection of Paulo Coelho's reflections and short stories written between 1998 and 2005. I like his writing style. I've never seen this book before, and it was only 33.33 recurring pence, and so I bought it. This one is a book that appears to have been given away free for World Book Night in 2012. Roald Dahl. I've read more of Roald Dahl's children's books than I have his adult books, but I have read some of his adult books. This one is called Someone Like You, and it is subtitled Expect the Unexpected. Roald Dahl wrote for Tales of the Unexpected, and each one, when they were televised, I can remember watching them as a child. When they were televised, every single one of them had a twist in the tale, and some of them were quite horrific. I thought this might do for horror mayhem, but that should be fun. Now these I've seen in bookshops. I think they're beautiful, but I've never bought any. This is a British Library crime classic. Look at that lovely cover. They've all got fabulous covers like these. And this is a Scottish mystery, apparently, called Murder of a Lady by Anthony Wynne. And it's set in Scotland. A laird's sister has been stabbed to death in her bedroom. Apparently, Anthony Wynne is the pseudonym of Robert McNair Wilson, 1882 to 1963, and he wrote 27 detective novels featuring Eustace Haley, a physician and amateur sleuth. He is apparently one of the great locked room golden era crime writers. Finally, I have this, which I was extremely pleased about. Tennessee Williams' Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. This includes Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, The Milk Train Doesn't Stop Here Anymore, which I've actually never heard of, and The Night of the Iguana, also not heard of. I have three, I think this is the fourth book of Tennessee Williams' plays that I have. I enjoy his plays very much. I didn't have Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, which has to be his most famous, and now I have. And it's a Penguin classic as well, which I love. So, 6 more books to add to the physical TBR. Uh-oh. Hey, if you can't treat yourself once in a while, especially when I got all of them for £2 of the realm. I can't even buy a cup of coffee for £2 of the realm. So I'm very pleased with that. Thank you for stopping by. It's always lovely to see you, and I will speak to you again very soon. I will certainly be back on Sunday with my reading wrap-up. Have a lovely weekend, Easter weekend. I hope you're doing whatever you want to do and not working. And let's read some good things. And I will speak to you soon. Bye-bye for now.